Alive at Freedom Tapestry Project. Here we go. Freedom. Freedom. With Dina today. Welcome. I'm Aaron Jack. There we go. Freedom. That's what freedom looks like. What does freedom look like to you? I'm Aaron Jack, from artist to art. I'm here. I'm alive. We're breathing together because it's another beautiful day. We're going to have, as you know, we're going to have Ben on here. We're going to have Samia maybe. We'll see what happens. We're going to have Dina. We're going to go from Pittsburgh to LA to Syria to Egypt. All over the world here together. So that's what we're about. Hey Isra. Hey Brittany. How you doing? How you doing, Brittany? We're getting on here. We're going around the world. This is how we're working. So we're just hanging out here while we wait for all the beautiful people. How are you doing, Isra? Oh, I want to tell you about next week. Once some people, so go send this out. Where's my little thing? My little thing. Send this out to a few friends. Click on that little button. Send this out to a few friends. Even if you're watching this later, send it out. Send this to a few friends. Send it out. Oh, I'm doing well. Yeah, you've been seeing my lives. Oh my God. I've been doing so many lives. I did last week. So this is my only one I did this week. I've got another one on my art channel on Tuesday. That's going to be awesome. And then, hey, Samia. And then we're going to have awesome stuff. Hey, there you are.
Hey, my phone is really acting up. I think it's because it's so hot here.
I know. I have these cold packs. Here.
Yeah, I probably should have had one. I'm down at the local coffee shop, if you all can see here in Toluca Lake. This is my neighborhood right here. I'm just gonna get out and sit down, have a coffee, and work on some writing. But yeah, my phone has been overheating. So good times.
Back to pen and paper, right?
What's that?
Back to pen and paper.
No, I'm using my computer. I've got to read a bunch of comics for some research right now. It's kind of fun to be able to go, I've got to read comics for research, which is part of work. It's always fun. Nice. Never thought I'd be able to.
So what comics are you reading?
Well, I've got to read some Ghost Rider, some Sorcerer Supreme, which is Doctor Strange, some Dormammu comics. I got to find some Dormammu. Got to find some, I don't know, just a lot of different stuff. A lot of, all Marvel stuff. So we just finished our 4th issue. The script, turned it in this week for Werewolf by Night. And now, can't say exactly, but we just got on to a new project. So more to come on that.
Exciting. So here's my question for you. So are you looking for any talent out there? What kind of talent? And if so, what kind of talents are you looking for?
Well, it's interesting. So not so much on the Marvel side, on the comic side, because you can always send me, people can always, if you're a comic book artist, you can always send your work or a portfolio, and I can always suggest it to our editor if it's someone that is in that, of that caliber and works in comics, but on the other side, for animation, we've got our animation, our head of develop art dev, Alex Soto, we work with. So an artist I actually had worked with before from Disney, actually now is just going back to freelancing, and I just introduced him to Alex about potentially, if we can work together all as a team. So, if there are artists that are of the caliber and able to deliver and,
So be of the caliber, be able to deliver. If you're looking to be out there and be on the market, show up 1, 2, be of the caliber.
Yeah.
That means work your ass off, right? And
always.
And 3, be able to deliver. What's deliver?
Be able to deliver.
What's deliver?
I think, with deliveries, and again, it's we're in a cool place because we're creators and we can always look at people's work, and if it makes sense, then we can pass it on to the people that oversee, you know, the art development and the, you know, art direction. And obviously, if it makes sense for them, then there's potential for work. So, you know, and it doesn't have to be. This is the early phases for us. So down the road, you know, depending, you know, and if anyone owns, like, you know, runs a small art animation studio, our folks over at Goman are always interested in international animation studios as well. So, you know, we can always help make those connections.
So you're looking for international animation studios right now. So if you know one, if you know anybody, hit Ben up. Hit us up at Freedom Tapestry Project. We'll pass you on. You got to be able to deliver and show up.
Show up and be the caliber. You know, be able to you know, you got to be able to deliver, you know, stuff that you see on the TV right now or Netflix or whatever. You know, be able to deliver like that. And I think, but again, it's like, you know, there's a lot of amazing, talented artists out there. And I think a lot of it too is, like I said, showing up is half the battle, man. So many people miss their deadlines or are so precious and don't get things done. And, you know, in television, everything is about turning things around quickly. You know, it's a really important part of the process. You know, you can't be precious. So anyway, enough about me. I heard you had a ton of awesome artists that and live streams, and you've been doing some really cool stuff.
Oh my God, I had 15 of some of the most amazing photographers out there. Like, they were all like New York Times photographers or published in the International Center for Photography, or like one just won like Critics' Choice. Morphe just won Critics' Choice for lens culture, like a giant award. Like I had a photographer in Lithuania and Hong Kong and Russia and Peru, and then
global
in Vermont and New York City. It was just like all over, all amazing. They're on Aaron Jack and Dot Photography on my Instagram. I interviewed 10 of them, and then on Show Fields, I then talked about all 15 of them. And for everybody who shows up and just like watches a couple minutes of the video, they donate $1. For every person, they Showfields donates $1 to the charity of my choice, which is Manchester Craftsmen's Guild Photography Department, which had a lot to do with teaching me photography in high school. So it just helps other kids learn photography, and so even just like going there, showing up is enough to donate $1.
Well, that's cool. Well, yeah, you'll have to put that down in the comments. Maybe we can, or write it, and so people can check it out.
Write it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so I'm going to jump off. I think Samia is going to jump on and introduce Dina, who she's brought on. I mean, Samia's been doing an amazing job curating all the artists and bringing in amazing talent and guests. And, you know, so I'm going to get out of here, and I'll let Samia come on and speak a few words about Dina before we jump into all of her work. So it's great seeing everybody. I'll catch you guys later.
Perfect. Thanks, Ben. All right.
Awesome.
Catch you later. Bye. Later. All right. Let's get Samia on here. Here we go. I know it's been a little while since we've had Samia on here, so hopefully this all works. Technology is a crazy thing. We can hear you. Samia, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Wow, why?
I don't know. How's your internet? Oh, there we go.
Oh, can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you now. I can see you.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Hi, Daz.
Yeah, right? Daz, Brittany, they all love you. Put some emojis down there for Samia.
Yes, for me.
There we go. Yeah, right? And even afterwards, it'll be posted. All these get posted, so make sure to leave some comments down there afterwards.
Yeah.
Right? So what are you up to? What are you up to, Samia? This is our weekly check-in.
Yeah, I am actually working on my graduation project 1. It's 2, but I'm working on the first, first part of it. So it's about cat mythology. It's like mixed with cat mythology and Syrian mythology. And it's really tough because Sumerian or Syrian mythology, it's all like together. and it's I don't know, it's sacred. Like you can't play with it or you can't manipulate, you know, the characters. Like they have to like to be as they are. And when I want to put the cats with it, like I have to be really careful. So I'm confused whether I'm gonna choose my own story, make my own mythology with cats, like just like, you know, no Syrian mythology, not mix it with Syrian mythology, or
Right.
I have to do it with the Syrian mythology, but I have to be so careful with it. It's a book for kids, you know, so they can know about our history and about Syrian mythology.
That's
Yeah,
complicated.
and here are some a little bit of sketches,
Yeah.
but they are not done. Yeah, I don't have much time for you know, for this graduation projects. Like I have 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. That's it.
Wow. And then we're over.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make a video, like a small video, you know, about you know, maybe the gates or something, if it's about the Syrian mythology. I truly don't know. I'm like, it's all confused. My mom actually was writing the scenario, and she's like a really good writer.
Oh, sounds so
Yeah.
cool. So we should probably tell people about what's happening next week, because we're opening it up to everybody to come on.
Yes, you can show your art. You can come and show your art to us and to everybody. It's a Freedom Tapestry project. It's a platform for we're weaving our platform to you guys.
So come on. So you'll be able to request on, and then we'll have you on. So, and invite your friends. So that's next week. Send us a DM if you want us to reserve you a spot, because we'll only have so many spots. So send us a DM, let us know. Yes. Samia, would you like to introduce our guest today?
Yes, of course. It's Dina Kamal from Egypt, and she's an amazing artist. I love the way she makes media together. You know, she makes really good collage and videos as well. And sometimes it's like sarcastic, you can say, but it's really like you get it. Like, you know, on topics like they're a little bit sarcastic, but like they have to be, you know, so they can everyone to know it, you know.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we'll find out. So thank you. And she's in Egypt, right?
Yes, Egyptian. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're getting from everywhere.
I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm on the East Coast. You're in Damascus. Ben's in LA. Now we're gonna head on over to Egypt. Cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's get her on here.
Talk to you and see you. Nice view, by the way.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
I'll see you soon. Thanks for getting on.
Yes. Welcome. Bye.
All right. Let's get Dina on here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I'm Aaron Jack Line Art. Check me out. And hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm well. I'm doing well. You know, hanging out, a little hot. How hot is it there?
It's really hot.
Yeah.
But now it's in the evening. It's midnight, so yeah, it's much better now.
So now's a good time to hang out and relax.
Yes, of course.
Oh my God. How hot is it during the day? What's Celsius? Right?
30s, in the 30s.
Like high 30s, low 30s?
No, high 30s.
High. So we're talking like 39.
38, yeah, 36.
38, 39. That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. When it gets to 40, you're just like, oh my God.
No, you don't go out.
So where in Egypt are you?
I'm in Cairo.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Cool. So what are you up to in Cairo, and what have you been up to since the whole world has been in some sort of chaos?
Yeah, well, I've been home, but I've been creating some collage. That was interesting, honestly, because that's how I try to pass the time, you know. It's in a creative part.
Cool.
That's it.
Cool. Yeah, let's check out some of the work.
Thank you.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
You can just tell me what's going on. Some of them might be a little bit cropped, so if it's too much cropped, then you just tell me. We'll move on.
Okay, no,
Because
it's
Instagram's
fine.
a strange creature.
This was actually the third collage that I made. Yeah, it was in the beginning, so thank you for reminding me with this one. Yeah, it's one. It was like really in the beginning when I was just using the tools and I was trying to create something. So I like the body and the atmosphere, like the landscape. And then I was actually listening to a song. It's an Arabic song, and it has in the lyrics something with the deer. So I came up with the idea, like, why not put a deer on a body? And that's how it came. I mean, I'm always influenced with music. I always get the ideas most of the time from music.
Well, so what are your top music artists, like, that you're inspired by or you just listen to?
Oh, I think I listen to most of the genres. Like, I don't have anything specific, but mostly indie. And I listen a lot to Arabic music, but the underground kind of music, not the commercial ones.
Like who? Name
Oh,
some
you
names.
know,
Give us a,
I
yeah, I
listen.
don't know.
Okay,
But
I
there's
listen
people out
to.
there who will know.
I listen
You
to
know.
Mashua Laila. I listen to um, Lina Shamamian. She's Syrian, by the way.
Okay.
And yeah, I used to live in Syria.
Oh, really?
So yes, it did influence me a lot.
Well, did you live there for a long time or did you grow up there?
4 years, yes.
Well, so
I was in school there.
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
college or high school?
No,
Or...
no. I was like from 7 years to 11, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Actually, my father is a diplomat, so we traveled a lot. So I think this made a huge influence on my taste in music and in art. So I had to mention this because I think it really shaped the person who I am, and it really influenced my art, my taste in music, and my vision in general in life.
By traveling and living in different places.
Yes, of course. Because, well, we can start with the history. Like, I was born in India.
Oh, okay.
I'm 100% Egyptian. I was born in India. I lived in Denmark, Syria, Prague, and France.
Well,
So,
for like
you know,
long periods of time.
It's a mixture.
For like long periods of time, or like were some of them?
In each country, I've been living for 4 years. And then in between, I used to come in Egypt for like 1 or 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Ah, I love this one.
Tell us what's going on.
Okay, this is Amy Winehouse. And I've been exploring like different styles in collage. And this is one of the styles called the Vaporwave. It's when you have like this style of glitch or something. I started this one with a whole different idea. I was trying to put the face of Amy on a Disney character, but it didn't work. And then I was at work and I was bored. I wanted to do something different, so I started creating this one. I saw this sculpture and I said, okay, I'm gonna try to put the face of Amy on this one. And I started building up on the collage. I mean, it was very random, you know. When you're doing collage, you don't really plan for something. You just go with the flow and you just enjoy it. And that's why I really love it, because you don't really have a plan. You just try to explore and discover new things. And actually, I really love Amy Winehouse because she's a Virgo, just like me. She's born on the 14th of September, like me. So yeah, this is a very special one to me.
So, is it all like on the computer, or how are you making this?
Yeah, this one is on the computer, so it's mostly digital. But I have few collage analog, like I use magazines and carton, and it's like mixed media.
Wow.
So I started with the analog. The first time I created a collage, it was analog. And then I shifted to the digital.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. This is part of the series of the Virgo. It was like a series for the Virgo season. So I started with the Amy Winehouse collage, and then this one for Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Awesome.
And yes, Beyonce.
So you have like this connection with these stars, it seems like. Can you tell?
It was mainly the connection with the Virgo, like the sign itself. And I wanted to create it with celebrities. So I was searching for the Virgo celebrities, and of course I wanted to make it mainly on music, and that's why I added the MTV logo. And I keep, like, when I start a collage, I usually make a series like 3 because I always want to keep my profile updated in like a complete row. So I always have to complete the 3 posts. So yeah, I was looking for my favorite Virgo celebrities, and I kept the same style. So I had to keep the same style of Vaporwave, but with different elements. Yeah.
Cool.
This one, I made this one during the lockdown. I don't know if you know the artist. It's Fairuz. She's like an iconic in Lebanon. And what's written is Allah يخليك خليك بالبيت, like please stay at home. It's one of her songs actually. So I used it like an awareness, and at the same time I was creating something that I love.
Aww.
In the background you can see parts of Beirut, and here is Fairuz with some elements, and I try to use the like an image of the virus, but let's make it in a way simpler, not to make people afraid or something. It's still an illustration.
Oh, someone says down here, Mael says that you're the most best epic artist.
Yeah, she's my best friend.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome to have, to have supporters like that.
Yeah,
you should definitely go invite all of her friends. Use this button and invite all your friends.
Yeah.
That's the way to be a real supporter. You now not only show up, but now you invite your friends. Okay.
Yes.
Wait 1 sec. I have these like cold packs. It's pretty hot here for phones. As phones are going, I have to like cold pack my phone. All right, let's check this out. What's going on?
Okay. This is again with the same series. So this is a scene from an Egyptian film. And this is one of the most famous actors in Egypt, Ahmed Zaki. And it's written الحب في زمن الكورونا, love at the time of Corona.
Wow. Yeah. How did this come to you? How did this idea come to you?
I've been always thinking about this scene. I really loved it, and I wanted to implement it in one of my collages, and I didn't really have the chance, or I didn't come up with the idea, but I had the idea that I want to make something with this one. So I usually start with one collage. I don't post unless if I have the 3 complete. So I started with the one for Fairuz, and I've been thinking about the second one. So what am I going to create now? So then I remembered that I always wanted to make something with this scene. So I imagined it like, it's like as if he's catching her and running, like, let's move, like the coronavirus is everywhere.
Whoa, let's go somewhere else.
Yes, let's leave this
run
place.
Away.
Yeah. Okay, this one was also during the Corona time. It was actually on one of the platforms in Egypt, and it features artists. So they featured my work before. And this one, they announced like they have an exhibition online, and the theme was to create something about the Corona. either an activity that you, or a hobby that you started making during this time, or something that you've been missing. So I thought like, okay, I love cooking and I've been cooking a lot during this time. So, and my favorite or my specialty is pasta. So, and then I started thinking about the style. So I thought, okay, why not implement a bit of retro style? That's why I started looking for models and pictures, old pictures of retro models and posters. That's how it came.
Cool. So what sort of pasta have you been making?
I actually searched on the internet about posters, and I just cut them and keep on building layers.
Wow, yeah. But like, are you cooking? Like, what type of food are you cooking?
I cook a lot of things, a lot of cuisines. So this is again part of the influence.
Yeah, tell us about this influence. Like, tell us what sort of tastes are your favorite? Do you have like a favorite spice right now?
I cook Italian really good, Indian, of course. I have to go back to my roots. Yeah, it's mainly Italian.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, what do you have like a favorite like Italian dish that like if you were to like have a favorite Italian dish, what would that be?
Pasta, all sorts of pasta, lasagna.
Lasagna? Like
yeah.
what tell us, like give us the taste sensations. Like what tastes?
Okay, so one of the last things I've been cooking is spinach lasagna.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So everybody out there, go make yourself some spinach lasagna. To bring a little piece of this home with you. Oh, you have some awesome comments here. You're the most creative person.
I'm checking.
Go on, girl, says Sherry.
Sherry,
and Kenza said, we support you.
Yeah, Kenza is from Tunisia.
Egyptian friends, kisses and hugs from Tunisia. Oh, awesome. I'm glad. So for everybody else out there, we're at Freedom Tapestry Project. Make sure to go follow us too. And if you're Freedom, go make sure to follow Dina. It's up there in that corner there. So just like the more follow awesome artists, support, rate some comments. It helps. Show up. Send this to some friends. Like that. Okay, let's go on. Let's check out what's going on.
This is the third one from the series. Okay, this one is interesting because I've been thinking like, the application of House Party and how people all of a sudden everyone is using it.
No, tell me. I don't know what House Party is.
Okay, I wasn't using it, but it was really the trend at this time. I think it's actually an app where you can call your friends and everything, and you have video calls, and at the same time you can have like games together, and you just interact with your friends,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a way to symbolize that.
Yeah, I like the name of House Party, and at the same time, when I was bored, I used to put music really loud, and I have like a disco ball, so I used to put it in my room, and I would just enjoy the music. So I thought of, okay, House Party is the double meaning. Part of it is the music for me, and the application, the fact that it's gathering people from, like your friends from all over the world. And I noticed that like I have many friends who live abroad, and at this time we've been like talking like really a lot. So so I think that the time of Corona, it kind of gathered people together. Yeah, so this is how I created the globe. And since I told you that the series was mainly, the style was retro, so I was looking for like a group of friends, but they would still have this style of retro. And the phone, which makes the idea of House Party like you're calling your friends. Yeah, and it actually has an animated version, with music, like each of them.
Wow.
Yes.
Where can they find that?
I have it on my
You
profile.
have it on your Instagram. So go follow you, and then they can go search for it, find it, find it, watch it, listen to it.
Yes. This is the third one. So since I was telling you that part of the exhibition was to make like something that you've been doing during this time. So I've been practicing yoga for almost a year for now, and I think it really helped during the lockdown. So I wanted to create the mood again with the model of this retro style, the escape button. Like you really escape doing yoga, and the cloud, like you feel like you're really high.
So we're talking about hatha yoga here, right? We're like body movement yoga.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I need.
Yeah. I do Ashtanga yoga. It's a lot of it's a lot of moves.
Oh, okay. Anything particular that we should know about from your style of yoga? You want to teach us something?
No, not really. Not at this level.
Is there something you want to tell us about it? That
no, I
you
just
can inform the public?
No, I can just tell you more about yoga because a friend of mine gave me an interesting comment. She said that most of people, when they talk about yoga, they just tell you like, oh, it's peace and love, and like I don't know, but she explained that people kind of overdo it, or they explain it in a way that for someone who doesn't practice yoga, feels like, okay, no, I'm not really interested, So when I was talking about it, I told her that it's not only a physical exercise. You just feel like you're really in the moment, and it really helped me with other things, to stay focused and to be calmer, Yeah, but still you do have, I mean, you make an effort and you make a physical exercise. So it's interesting for the body and for the soul. Yeah.
So would you have any ideas for anybody else out there to do something, go try it?
No, I would just advise people to take care of themselves and, self-love, self-care.
Nice.
I know it sounds cliche, but it's really important.
Thank you.
Welcome. Here's the animated one. Yes. Oh, but we can't hear the music.
I can hear it a little bit.
Really? I can't.
Yeah. You can't hear it?
No. Yeah.
Now it's coming in. Can anybody else out here see it? Give me some thumbs up if you can hear it. If anybody can hear it, give me thumbs up. Or if you can't hear it, give me thumbs down. It's okay if you give me thumbs down. I just want to know if you can hear it. Say yes or no.
I can barely hear it.
Yeah. Okay,
oh,
sweet.
really? Okay.
You can hear it.
So?
Give me, yeah, I like those. Okay, yeah. Oh, now we're getting some emojis.
Okay,
Awesome.
great.
Thank you. I'm glad.
I'm very picky when it comes to music, by the way.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. I love this one.
And if anybody has any questions, feel free to write them down there. Write any questions in the comments. I love some questions in the comments. Do you want to say anything about now that it's animating? I didn't know that this would work, so I'm like blown away. All of a sudden it's working. Oh my God, there's a plane. What are you using to animate it? Can you tell us a little bit about like...
Sorry?
What are you using to animate this whole thing?
I didn't animate it myself because I'm still learning, but a friend of mine helped me with this one. Actually, he was training in animation, and he was really interested in the collage, so he came and asked me, "Do you want to animate these? They're really cool." So I told him, yeah, let's go ahead and try it. So I gave him the instructions, like I gave him like a brief of what I want to have it animated like. And I gave him the music, the in and the out of the music, where I want to have it. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
I really love this one. I love the music on this one.
Sounds like a good relationship between you and your animator. That's
yes.
like perfect. You don't need to do everything yourself.
Yes.
Takes a team. Oh, here we go.
Yes, this is the yoga one.
Uh-huh. Oh, let's check this out.
And the birds.
So he also animated this one, right?
Yes.
Cool. So you gave him like a Photoshop file, and then he's like, "All right."
Yes, of course. Yeah. I prepared all the layers, and I try to be very organized, because I know when someone has to work after you, you really need to be organized to help them work better.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. You have to name all the layers and be very specific. And if you have a layer duplicated, you have to, like, for example, if the element is on the left and the right, so you would put the name of the layer and mention that R for right and L for left, just to make things easier for the person who's working after you. How long does it take to make something like this? Okay, not less than 5 hours to make a collage. Yeah, because a friend of mine was asking.
Yeah, but that's not. That's just to make the collage versus the animation on top of
that. The animation, yeah, same timing, I think.
Yeah. So it's like so it's like more. So it's around like
a full day, like a full day. Yes.
And then it's also like the research that goes into the collage, right?
Of course, yeah. Before I make any collage or any artwork in general, you have to search a lot. I always check on Pinterest and Instagram. I always save, like, in folders, references, because that's how you make any artwork. You need to watch a lot. That's how you come up with new ideas. I mean, you take an idea from X and an idea from Y, you combine it, and you come up with something totally different.
So it's not just the the putting it together in Photoshop. It's all that pre-work and post.
Of course.
I just want to give people a little bit of a sense of, like,
it's a whole process. Yeah. If this is what you're talking about, yeah, it's a whole process of, like, brainstorming, checking for references, and sometimes you have, like, a creative block. Sometimes you can't come up with the idea, but then you sleep on it and then come back and maybe go and check something else, maybe make a different artwork, and then come back to this one. I remember that after the Virgo collage, I had a creative block. I stayed for like 1 or 2 months, and I was like, okay, my profile is starting to be interesting. People are following me, and now I don't have something to show again. And actually, when I started collage, I started as a hobby. I wasn't planning to work as a collage artist or take it to a professional level or something. So I was just creating whenever I'm in the mood and whenever I have an idea. But when my profile started to be a little more professional, so I told myself, okay, now I have to create something. I can't be like sitting for 1 month or 2 months without creating anything. So I had a creative block, and I started writing. I wrote about a topic that interested me, and I kept on searching, and I searched for photos and references, and then I came up with an idea. But I mean, it happens that you have a creative block. It happens that you're not in the mood. You don't have any idea. or you try to force yourself. This is what I actually did. And I didn't start by having an idea. I started by writing. So sometimes the idea comes in a very random way. Sometimes I sleep, I wake up remembering what I've dreamed of, and I write my dream, and from there comes an idea. And most of the time, I told you, it's music.
Mm. Do you play music at all?
No, I wish.
Maybe in the future. This is
yes, it's one of the plans.
In the plans, I love it.
Yes,
love it.
So I just want to read this comment. Someone is saying, taking a break can be great to have a fresh eyes and see the same thing differently. Yes, true. Yes, it's very true. I love this one.
What's going on?
So this is a collaboration with a Lebanese art director and SFX artist. He's called Eli. So Eli sent me that he's interested to make a collaboration, and he sent me a reference. It was a bit challenging for me because it was the first time to create like this amount of layers. There's a lot of layers in this one.
What are we talking, like 50, 100?
Maybe a 50 or less. I mean, every spot you see is a different layer. Yes. So the idea was to create a canvas, and he wanted to make something Oriental, and I love Oriental artwork, but it was different. I mean, it was challenging for me because he sent me a painting as a reference, and I had to create this as a collage, which is a totally different technique. So I've been looking for brushes and different textures, and as I told you, it's like building up different layers and repeating some of them, but in a different style. So if you see, this is a letter you see on the eye, on the left eye, this white spot, it's a letter, and it's calligraphy, it's a letter in Arabic, it's called Ain. So you have this letter, and then you have the two dots, and right next to it you have this line and the dot, and it's from the same one but created differently. So you erase some parts and then you recreate. You bring back the dot and you double it or take just one, and so on.
Cool.
And it also happened on social request for a special occasion and was amazingly done. Okay, so Maya is commenting about the lasagna.
You gotta do this, the lasagna. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll send you some.
Yeah. It's just like, can't argue with some good lasagna. That's right.
This is the rest of the series with the Eli. The title of this one was Daydreamer. I just want to mention that this the person in the picture is actually Eli himself, as he collaborates with a photographer in Lebanon. He does the art direction and the SFX. So yeah, I just wanted to mention this.
So basically, the model is collaborating with a photographer who's collaborating with the art director who's collaborating with you, and then you.
The model is the art director.
Oh, okay. So this is a photograph of the art director.
Yes.
That the photographer shot, and then the art director is like brings it to you and he's like, "Hey, can we do something?"
Exactly.
And so how did that work out? Like, what was this like for a thing, or like, hey, let's just like try this, like experiment together? Like,
no, it was experimental, and as I told you, I always see it as an exposure for me. This is from one part, and for him was to create another style of his photographs. But yeah, he was the one suggesting the mood, or he sent me a reference, as I told you. And I tried to create something cool with it. And I love this Oriental touch.
Nice.
And see here, it's still a canvas. It's still the same style, but totally different elements.
Yeah, you have like a dragonfly going on there. Like
the dragonfly is in the original picture.
Oh.
He did this. Yeah.
Oh.
But everything around and all the layers, I did that.
Cool. Do you do the calligraphy yourself?
No.
No. So you're pulling those references in and putting that together.
Yes.
Nice. What sorts of collaborations are you looking for now?
I'm trying to collaborate with brands for now because I want to create videos. This is another part than collage, but yeah, I'm open to any collaboration, honestly.
Cool.
This is the same series. So yeah, you can see the picture is different. The mood is still the same mood, but different elements. And even if you have elements repeated, because it's to kind of make like the canvas look the same and for continuity, you know. So we can use the same elements again, but in a different style and a different position.
Cool.
This was the very first time that I made a collage. I actually have it here. I wanted to show you. Yes. I can explain more about this one because analog collage is totally different. So I did this in a workshop. It was for one day. I spent 4 hours doing this and I didn't finish. So I continued later on. As you can see, first it's a carton and then you glue on it a photograph and then you start building up with magazines. And as I told you, it's very random. You never plan for it. You just keep on searching and you find things that you say, okay, this is matching with this, and you keep on building. Cool. And then I found like this was the interesting part. I mean, sometimes with collage, you feel like, okay, I'm really lucky with this. It came up really in a random way. I didn't plan for this, but it works perfectly. So I remember when I was doing this one, I found in a magazine this line that says, "Art is living." So I said, okay, I really love this. I want to put it. And I put this one on the eyebrows.
Cool.
This is the last collage I did, like the analog collage. I also have it.
Nice.
This one was for an app in Egypt called Orcas. It's an interesting app because it's based on tutors for kids, and now they have this new section for art. So they asked me to make a live session for kids for collage, and I came up with this idea. I had to work before the session because I had to collect from the magazines and create the idea. So I wanted to make for the kids something related to the sea. And I found this, like the old man in a magazine. And then I found this fish. And I was explaining in the session that in collage, to make things. You can create things from different materials and have total different objects, but you still have to respect some rules to make it look at the end a bit real. I mean, it's not real, but let's make it look real. So I was telling them that one of the rules, or one of the things I had to make here, that if you see the man, he is looking this way. So what helped here to create it is to have the fish looking on the same way. So it feels like, okay, this is his actual head.
Oh.
Yeah, if the fish was looking the other way, if the head of the fish was looking the other way, it wouldn't really make sense. You would feel that something is wrong. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So you're trying to respect some like certain boundaries to make sure that there's some semblance of like it could exist in the world, but it doesn't.
Yes, exactly. And then you come up with different things while you are working. So I found this in an old magazine. It was a recipe for, I don't know, it was for seafood, and it's written in Swedish, I think. So yeah, it helped with the idea, and then I found the title, Nature Calling. So I mean, you know, it's really random, and you just come up with this, like, not planned at all.
Not planned, just go with it.
Yes. Okay, this is the art direction part. This was a project that I made with the post-production I used to work with. It's called Lizard. It's one of the biggest post-production houses in Egypt. And I can tell you the story because it's a big one.
Yeah, we have like probably like 2 minutes left. We have probably like 3-4 minutes left, so...
Okay, I'll tell it like shortly. So this was a project with interns that I used to supervise. And we created this one for a fashion designer. He's called Kojak. And the idea was like really psychedelic. So what's interesting in fashion is that you can create whatever you want to create. You don't have any limits. So I really enjoyed this one because I was not only like the project manager or supervising the internship, I was also the art director. And I've never done any art direction before. So it was really challenging.
And the next few are part of this series, right?
Excuse me?
The next few are part of this series, right?
No.
The next few images. No, this is the only one.
No.
Okay. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my first art direction.
Cool.
This is my last project as a director and art director. Yeah. These are just behind the scenes pictures. So I actually have the 2 projects. These are videos. I have them on IGTV on my account.
Okay, so go to your IGTV, check them out, and this one here. This is our last image of the time.
This is a collage. Okay, this collage is for the last project that you showed the pictures. The project was, it's an ad. It's an ad for an Egyptian brand. It's called Breasts. They make products for women for hair care and skin care and stuff like that. And most of the products they have, or actually all of their products, are entitled in French. So this is like the one that you see here, Je suis de retour, is in French, it means I'm back. And it's the name of the conditioner, I think, or the shampoo. So I actually created a script in French with all the names of the products that are in French. And I created a script which is a bit like a phone call from the girl who says that she's back and she's looking forward to meeting her boyfriend, and by using all the names of the products. So there was a whole story out of it. And it's mainly like the image is mainly beauty shots, and the interesting part is that this one was also done with the interns, and they came up with the idea. My only guideline for them was I want you to have something with collage. I want to create a collage on this project. So the collage was mainly like putting together the hair of the models and the hair of horses. Yeah.
Interesting. So cool.
Yeah, and I did the collage for the project itself.
Nice, nice. So we're almost out of time here. Unfortunately, this is, that's the way it goes. That's the way time kind of goes.
Yeah, it passed really fast.
Right?
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So would you like to tell us anything about, and any words of inspiration, words of wisdom for the wonderful people out there?
Okay, I would say that I think I had a lot of obstacles in my journey that is still going on. I still didn't achieve a lot from what I wish to achieve, but I'm still going. I had a lot of obstacles, and sometimes the obstacles they distract you, or they make you feel like, okay, maybe I'm going to fail in this, or maybe it's not even meant to be, and maybe I have to check for a plan B. I mean, I've always been working on myself to be a director, to be a filmmaker, and I had a lot of obstacles in this part. And until I did this last project as a director, and it went really good, I felt comfortable. I felt like I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. So I would say that, yeah, some things sometimes, like your dreams, seem like they're impossible. Sometimes they seem like you will fail in this. But at the end, if you really believe in what you're doing, if you believe that this is your passion, keep going. It will happen one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
It'll happen one day. Keep
Yes,
going.
exactly.
If it's your passion.
Yes.
That's so wonderful. Is there anything else you wanted to share with us from this? We might have another minute. I'm not sure. So if there's anything
I think
else,
it's fine, because if there's something else, we'll run
we need
into
to say,
other discussions. Yeah.
yeah. So thank you to everybody watching.
Thank you, guys. Thank you,
Thank you
Aaron.
so
Thank
much.
you, Ben and Samia.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you both so much for thank you, Dina. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Samia. Thank you to all of the wonderful supporters out there for sharing this, for commenting afterwards, for commenting now, for being a part of this whole thing. We'll be back next week at the Freedom Tapestry Project with an open show and tell type of situation where it's come bring what you want, give us updates. Dina, you're welcome back to come show what you've been working on this last week, or anybody from the past is welcome to come on for a couple minutes.
Yeah, stay tuned, because I have new projects coming on. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So we're going to be doing that. Send us a DM if you want to definitely be on that. We're just going to, have a bunch of people. So I'm Aaron Jack. You can find me at Aaron Jack Line Art, where I have my Artist to Art series, and my Aaron Jack into Photography account, my Aaron Jack into Photography account, where I have a lot of interviews with a bunch of photographers. And so thank you all so much. This is Freedom Tapestry Project.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. All right. See you next week.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.